How many people are killed in the Bible? That's the topic of this talk, right? Well, let's have a look. He wiped out all but 7 humans during the flood, killed countless tribes and cities. This is God doing this. He even killed his own son. He killed his own son, right? He killed his own son. He killed around 3 million people according to the Bible. This is the God of the Bible. So who's doing all the killing in this Bible? Have you read the Bible? Do you know who's ordering all this bloodshed and murder and killing? And if this ordering of bloodshed and murder and killing was to create a better world, look at the state of the world today. I don't think it worked, guys. I really don't think it worked. If that was the ultimate goal, was to kill all these people to make a better future, sorry, all-knowing, all-omnipotent, didn't work out for you, did it? Didn't quite work out the way you wanted. God killed around 3 million people according to the Bible. And how many people did Satan kill? There's a discretion between the interpretation of the actions between 3 and 10 people. That's what Satan supposedly killed. Between three for sure. There's 3 for sure. But 10. Now, the 10 are interesting because the 7 sons and 3 daughters of Job. But the thing about that killing, if you want to call it that, he does it because God allowed it as part of a bet. There was a wager between God and Satan about this, and Satan won the wager, and so he let him kill Job's sons and daughters. So technically, the blood is on God's hands. That's why I say between 3 and 10. But technically, to me, it's all still the opportunity was still created by God. The opportunity to do this. So when you analyze that and you go, man, out of all these people, millions of people were killed and slayed by God, and only a handful, not even enough to count on both hands, were killed by Satan, and most of them were as part of some opportunity that God gave him to be able to do it. It just doesn't make any sense. Who's doing all this killing? Do you think it's the creator of the universe, the all-knowing, all-loving God that creates planets and universes, that transcends time and dimensions, that can create molecules and atoms and all this kind of stuff? Or are you finally wrapping your brain around the fact that it's most likely not that entity, but most likely someone or some people that masqueraded as gods back then and fooled, I mean pure tomfoolery, these people, hoodwinked these people, and got them believing in this information. But in all essence, this entity or these entities, these people were not God at all. They were just normal flesh and blood people with more advanced knowledge and wisdom. And because of that, they were able to rule over people in a way that the people would deify them and pray to them. And then that same tactic that they use in fear to get people to worship them and work for them as like slaves, to get them to kill and slaughter one another, is the same exact teachings that you're getting today and teaching to your kids. It hasn't changed. It's the same exact teachings, except you try to sugarcoat it and try to, it's because it was in some of the Old Testament and things were different back then. No. God is the same all the time. So you got to stop the contradictory information. Then like I did the last time on the last video, I went straight into the New Testament and showed you everything. It's the same thing in the New. This the Old Testament. Oh, well, let me show you something in the New Testament then. Well, Jesus basically, he said, I'm an advocate for slavery. Yeah, slaves. Make sure you honor and worship your master like you would honor and worship me. That's in the Bible. That's in the New Testament. Oh, yeah. And if talking to the slave master, hey, if you beat him too good now, listen, don't kill him. If you don't kill him, then, okay, we let you slide. If you kill him, then you got to pay a fine to the church. Come on, man. This is craziness. Listen, I'm against slavery of any type, and any entity or beings or any writings of anybody who wrote anything about advocating for slavery. I'm totally against that. I guarantee you I'm totally against that. And so what are we talking about here? Who is doing all this killing in the Bible? It's not Satan. It's not Satan.